Hey y'all, what's up? I just had to go live real quick and while I flat iron my hair. So I did a Naziah Harris video of the unheard testimony. And I mentioned in the video fair warning. Clearly said fair warning. I'm letting everybody know this is my little hair station area. I'm just my little open space. So I'm not gonna get into that. But I'm letting people know, like, I'm bringing awareness about a child that have not been recovered. And this commenter, I had to turn the comments off because this commenter got in the comments. And I knew it was like a baby boomer or something. I knew it was. Got in the comments and was like, "Oh, this is did you posting this for this reason and that. This ain't cool and all." Look, I've already gave a disclaimer about the video. Sorry guys, I just washed my hair and everything. I ain't make it to the shop. I have to make something shake. I don't be doing my own hair, flat iron it. So, it just made me upset today because it's like, if you don't like something, you need to clearly get off of it. And who don't want to get awareness for a child that have not been recovered, who whole family did her wrong? Who not want to speak on this? We need to educate others. We don't want our children quiet about this type of stuff. We need to bring awareness to families on who they should allow so they won't allow their children to stay the night at the wrong people's house. So you can't just get on these content creators pages telling them to take stuff down or what you don't like, because if you don't like it, you need to get off. Or if you got such an opinion about it, you need to make you a page based on it. Because I'm going to speak on it. Like I said, let me calm down because I was upset earlier. I've been said that in all my videos. I'm in Michigan. That hurts me. The Naziah Harris case hurts me. Well, the hearing is about to be a case. Well, it is a case. It hurts me so much that my family knows. They know. I don't even be want to visit Detroit. There's a lot of things to do over there, and I know it's tourist areas. I know, it's spots that I don't have to be close to that. But just the whole point, it's a child, so my love is different. I mean, I spread love to everyone, but this child just really touched our hearts, man. Naziah Harris had touched our hearts because we knew her family didn't love her how they supposed to. They didn't protect her. And so when I post that video up the other day about the testimony and read some of the transcripts, see, I read some of the transcript. I didn't read like the whole transcript, just some, so people can have that idea that this little child wasn't telling the stories, because we weren't going to hear the truth from the adults. They wasn't going to tell us. They wasn't going to tell us. So that commenter, I got to get used to people commenting like that, and that they're going to disagree. But I wish they'll just stay away when we trying to bring awareness. Now, I've been doing this YouTube thing for a long time, and I had took a long extended break and just got back in the game. Y'all can check on my page. This is not for clout. I already said on my bio that I do many of things. I'm going to be coming to YouTube doing many of things. The people that follow me for years, they know, my subbies. So I'm obviously bringing awareness because she touched our hearts. And on the daily, I pray, and I don't want to like think of it some days, but it's just days that I will sit there and just think of her, little Naziah. And for people to get in the comment section, I'll be wanting to keep the comment section open, but for people to get in there and, "Oh, why you posting this?" It's all that, I'm covering names. I'm bringing awareness. We wishing the best for that baby girl too. We're not trying to make the situation worse. We're just bringing awareness because stuff like that it gets swept under the rug too much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, got the girl. And I'm just because I didn't go to the shop, so I'm just doing some quickly. And and I'm discussing about a commenter earlier upset about me posting, the Naziah about the unheard testimony. I think people needed to hear that. I think people needed to hear that. And like I said, I ain't even read the whole transcript. It's so disturbing. And I gave the disclaimer before I started reading it. So you don't tell a content creator to take their stuff down and this why your channel this and whoop de whoop whoop. You don't do that. That's one thing I just don't understand about a hater. And I don't understand why you ain't on the bandwagon of wanting to get justice for this baby girl. That should be the main focus. But we just needed more details of that family. We needed to get them details out there that this is the stone cold family that let the kids just, they know Jarvis was at the house. They know they let the kids just go to the store with them. They just didn't care. They knew what he was finna do to those kids. And to have an overgrown older woman, this is an older woman saying that take this down, you exposing this girl and not. No, we is bringing awareness out here to the world. So off rip, if a woman bringing a man around her kids, y'all need to Google his ass or ask around the town. Cause they ain't gonna lie if they know some speculations about a person doing something with some kids. I don't think nobody gonna lie about that. There ain't nothing to play with. And if somebody's saying it, it's most likely true. Had me heated up. So I had to calm myself down. So I said, yeah, when I'm doing this content, I want to have the comments open. Sure enough, because I want to hear from everybody else's point of view. I want everybody else to be able to spread their knowledge of something they know, because we know over there in Detroit and certain parts of Michigan and these other states, the CPS is failing the children. Their families are failing them. They own mothers and grandmothers and fathers, aunties. Like, this case is so complex that it's going to get discussed until we get justice. Just like with Kanika Jenkins, that bothered me real bad. Barely could sleep. That's one of them, and many other cases. But that Kanika Jenkins and this Naziah Harris, it bothers my spirit. I have to pray all the time. And I'm going to bring awareness. Every time I come across something that's detailed, I'm going to let my subscribers know. And I'm going to discuss it. And I'm just letting this, even though I hit that person that said that, but I'm just putting this out there because I'm going to keep covering the story. I'm going to keep covering it until we get the justice. So they might as well get tired of me right now. You ain't going to like certain things. That's the best thing to do is just keep, going. I'll be okay. Keep going. You ain't got to be stopping and being upset that, why is you taking up for the other folks? You should be on our side. Try to get this baby recovered. Once they see us putting that pressure out there, hopefully they get on their job more, the system. Because, see, now this is a trial. It shouldn't even be a trial. This should be just get them all locked up. Shouldn't be nothing to discuss. So I just have to make this video real quick. Like I said, I'm flat ironing my head. I usually go up to the shop. And I was like, let me tell my YouTube family why I have to close the comments. Because we usually discuss this and get together. And it feels great when discussing that with others who want justice for little Naziah as well. It feels great when we come as a community and discuss about these children that had to go through that in that home, and put awareness out there that people need to pay attention to certain family members or certain people that family members have around, so we keep these kids safe and so we won't be having more cases like this. We don't want stuff like this to happen. That's not fair. It's not fair to the children. and it's not fair to the people that love them too. Because believe it or not, if that child didn't get love in the house, it's people that had love for that child that knew her. Whether it was a friend, a teacher, somebody had love for her just as well as we grew to love her when we found out about her case and how her family did her. So I had to make a quick video about it, raw and uncut, because I didn't appreciate that commenter. I removed it and I cut off the comments because I'm like, I'm not finna get bashed about something I want awareness of, and I'm not taking the video down. It followed the YouTube guidelines. I'm keeping it up. People think people just make a video in the flash of an eye. It takes time to make that type of stuff. They ain't just no like 1 hour process. And then we dig deep for evidence and stuff. We don't just we dig deep in the source. Just as well as many other people following the case. But we dig deep and then we discuss it. And it is what it is. See, I did a little light something. I did a little light something. And thank you guys for just quickly tuning in today. I really wasn't, had too much to discuss besides put that out there that when I cover Naziah Harris, I'm keeping the videos up. If you're uncomfortable, you got to keep scrolling. Just out of respect, because I'm not doing that for clout. Okay? We're doing this because it bothers us and it hurts us. It hurts really bad. Because we don't know what's going on. We getting told this. We getting told that. Everything. And everybody. And then we getting to know all this family. And then we, 1 minute the kids are with Annette. Next minute they're not. Then we found out they're not with Annette. Then we found out the girls are split up and then the boys are a certain place. Then we found out that Shannon is frustrated and went to the CPS to see if she can arrange to see them all at the same time because it's messing up her work. Then we found out that Dre is locked up because Marquita called the police on him. And he wants Shannon out of the house. They moved to a different house and they got Dre locked up. Why? I don't know. Because they've been against Dre for the longest. I wish he would have got rid of them there from the start. I wish he got rid of them from the start. Like, this stuff is real. Like, this is like the craziest case because he said he can't barely sleep because he got to sleep around 2 months or they know stuff. We heard what the little girl said. The mama now knows. They know all that stuff that goes on. They in it together. For the people that's tuning in, I'm talking about a commenter that wanted me to take down the last testimony video. And she wished bad on my channel and this, that, and this. And like I was telling everybody, I've had this channel way before this case. That's how you know I'm for real about this case, because this baby touches our heart. And I'm going to keep covering it. We right here in Michigan. We right where it's at. And she's touching people all over internationally in different states as well. But it hit too close to home, so it just don't set well with me. So when I got that transcript, was able to see the transcript and wanted to break it down how I wanted and have my point of view of it, it is what it is. Because I ain't the type, I don't want to be on my platform, Glam Cam. It's not to be on here to be messy. And I'm not one of them content creators that's checking the subbies and going off on subbies. I don't like that type of stuff. I'm not here for the mess. I'm not here for that. But I know that comes with this. It comes with it. You're going to have them commenters that say BS. And it make me like, dang, you ain't on the bandwagon with us of wanting justice for this child. That should be the main focus. You is all off. You should want everybody educated of what went on since them grown-ups had lied on that stand. All we heard was the grown-ups lying on the stand talking about the man went in the house. And now we know when the little kids say it, we know he was in the house. That's all I needed to know, because at first we didn't know. We're like, oh, is he? We knew from the text messages that that he was in the house, but we did not hear it from the grown-ups, that was up there testifying and lying. Testifying and lying. And right now, how everything going, I don't trust none of them. All of them. So I don't care how nobody feel about that. Everybody that got up there is sketchy to me now. Because how the heck you can't keep up with a 13-year-old child? How the heck you cannot? And why the heck you ain't reporting a 13-year-old? What time is it now? Like it's 10:59 now. If a 13-year-old ain't home right now and I ain't calling the police, shouldn't I be locked up? Like clearly. Or if your 13-year-old ain't home right now, it's 11 o'clock. Ben would have called the police. Would have been called everyone that be in my home. Start there. Friends. And then I'm going out there to the houses, knocking on doors, checking the shop where she was be at. All of that. I mean, like, come on now. Come on now. Yeah, so that had me heated. That took place this morning about the Commodore, and I should have made a live this morning. But I'm like, let me say something, because I had to cut my comments off because of this comment. I'm not having that no more. I'm not letting nobody bully me on my channel. If they want to bully me that bad, then they have to go make their own channel and do it then. But you're not going to come over here and get the bullying when I'm covering such a serious story that hurts me. I don't even want to get like too detailed in the story right now, because my main focus right now is talking about that Commodore, because they had me heated up. And I had to let everybody know I was heated up about it. Don't come over here playing with me about something I'm very, very serious about. Please don't. Please don't. I'm not doing that for I ain't on that level with the huge platforms doing that for, oh, look at me. I'm right in Michigan. I'm like, how many hours? 2 hours and 40 minutes away from there. That's the spot that everybody go to. That's Detroit. That's the spot that people go to for concerts, fun, everything. Shopping. I'm getting invites left and right. Come to Detroit. Come to Detroit. We could do this and that. And I don't even want to go. And I can't really tell them. It's my family, know a few of my family. But I don't want to tell like the people that, because it's actually people in the world. I'm trying to tell you, if they, hello, Miss Lady. If people, okay, let's just be real. It's actually people in the world that don't keep up with stories how we keep up with. It is. They'll hear about it, possibly pray about it, but they're not going to keep up with it how we do with the ZIYAH. So we just got to be honest about that. So when people invited me to come to Detroit just to have a great time with them, great, safe fun, I can't just tell those people like, oh, I can't go because of the ZIYAH, but I know deep down inside, I just won't be able to enjoy myself fully. I'm praying to get to that point that I can, but I won't be able to enjoy myself fully without thinking about like 7 Mile and Berg and Connors over there and stuff. I'm the type like I take this serious. I be want to take some freaking action. Because if they ain't take action over there in Detroit enough to like putting in that real action to look for that baby girl, they ain't really put in action. She wasn't at school for after a while. You think they gonna care about a dog getting hurt over there just off the strip? You gotta be on your P's and Q's out here. Period. So once again, guys, I'm discussing about a commenter that was upset about the little video. I ain't gonna say little, but the video I posted up, the last one, mad because I posted up, felt like I was exposing. No, we're bringing awareness. And I put the disclaimer in the beginning. We're bringing awareness. And that's just that. We're not defending the pedos. We're not defending the family. I don't care who in their family is uncomfortable about anything on my platform. I'm really not. Really not. I don't like them. Many of us don't like their family. I do not like them. They not for the right. Every time somebody do an interview with them, even when they was on the stand, every time somebody talk to their family member, they snapping them up. They talking to them crazy. They act like they didn't really keep the focus on the Zai. They act like they didn't really care. They act like oh, who is that? They just cover up so much. And their whole family give me the creeps. And I'm going to just keep covering it. I'm going to keep covering the case. I want the justice for a little Naziah. That's without a doubt. We all do who care about her and care about this case and the follow-up of it. I feel like it was too many grown-ups that was around that didn't protect her. They took the word of, that's his niece and that's their niece and all that. They took that word. I'm just different because how I do things, like if I would have seen that, I had to calm down, guys. They ain't care at all, but how I am, if I would have seen that day, even from Jarvis' sister, because I ain't going to really just make it seem like, put it on her. Everybody been kind of taking it easy on her. I dig and probe. I'm going to keep asking questions like, who child is that? So that's King's niece, because you remember Jarvis told his sister that Naziah was King's niece. And I'll be like, well, King, who child is that? Is that your sister or your brother child? And what's their name and all of that? Because people kind of nosy up here. They are. Michigan folks kind of nosy. That's true. We Midwesterns. Who they family? I swear they'll ask you that up here. But everybody see this little girl with these two big overgrown niggas, and that's why I was like, oh, pardon my French, guys, but hey. And everybody like, oh, okay, all right. No, that's awkward. Even when she with the M. Solani, that's why they had King's family up there hearing. Because even when she was over there, that's sketchy. Oh, and then when she M. Solani, that's Jarvis' niece. Then why your freaking niece with you when you got a whole house full of kids, a whole bunch of kids? No, it's not adding up. That's his little girlfriend. He's sick. He's a monster. And Shannon knew everything about that day. They all was aware. Because he be in that house. They all was aware. She already was checking the phones and tablets. She already been probing and scrubbing. She knew a lot of things. And they good at covering up. Ain't no telling what else they covered up in their time. They thought they was finna get off with this. And then that's why when the commenter didn't want me speaking on it, it took all us content creators keep putting that pressure on. That's how they started doing them interviews. But first we knew it came from Mark D. He the original. Put him on blast. So we got to give him a shout out. Because they known for the 40 years of CPS family. That's their title. That was one of his titles for his video for them. Okay? And they a strange ass family. And I'm going to keep covering it. And I'm going to be keeping the comment section open. And I don't want nobody getting in there that feeling some type of way. Keep scrolling. So we're going to keep putting the pressure on them. Yes, trying to act like they ain't know, Miss Lady. Like really set up there. And the grandma needed her glasses to see if she couldn't see him. But he sits in your house. He sits in your house, take you to stores and fix things. Remember, he's Mr. Fix-It. He trying to fix everything in that house. And they wanted to keep him around. Anything to keep him around. Here's the kids. Ain't no telling how long he been doing that to his own kids. And you think the mom didn't know we give our children's baths? When they a certain age, you can check every part of their body when you bathing or make sure they safe. And I'm not bragging because a lot of people went through traumas and, and God bless them and, they get therapy and, they're never going to forget about it. But I was very blessed to be that child to not go through that, to not ever experience that. So I grew up in a household with uncles and aunts, a grandmother, my father, my mom. I never experienced that. And I thank the Lord for that. I was like, I was well loved. Nobody never done nothing to me. Well loved, well taken care of. And we instilled that in our families to come. And we let them know that's something we don't do. We are not in, that we don't allow. If somebody do, you let us know. I don't care if they threaten to take us, unalive us, or unalive you. You tell on them. You tell on them. But when that when that child said nobody says nothing, it's okay. No, when like, did you tell anybody? Did anybody else say nothing? No, nobody said nothing because it's basically normal in their household. That's why they didn't say nothing. A child that they ain't normal to, we coming back with that look on our face. It would have been so obvious. It would have been so obvious. Probably would have been busting out in tears right then and there. Probably would have been. He would have been exposed right on the spot. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no way, if a kid that ain't never seen that, they're not gonna come back to the house acting normal at all. And if a family ignore that, you ain't in tune with your child. You ain't in tune with your parenting. Then, if you can't notice your child different behavior, so we ain't about to do that because we already know how these people is. They just keep having these kids and they don't care about the kids' mentality, their mindset. They don't care about how the kids' growth is. They don't pay attention to the kids' achievements. They don't reward the kids. They don't uplift the kids. They cuss at the kids. Get the hell out of my face. Some people just give their kids only hot dogs. Don't even let them taste lobster and shrimp and steak and all that stuff. That's just it's food. Let them try it. Quit making them eat just the bologna sandwiches. We seen the locks on Annette door. I mean, on her refrigerator. Them kids weren't getting the proper love and attention. They thought that was normal. When you born into that, they thought it was normal. Everything. If somebody touched them and all that, they thought it was normal. When that Eric Gamble was all on his eye, I don't like that picture. And it's just so obvious that, he didn't need to be around her. It's exactly what it was given. Because it didn't look right. Yeah, so like I said, this video based on that comment that I got. Talking about some, don't, take this down. You trying to get caught. No, we trying to get awareness. But that's what's wrong with kind of our race now. It's too many people. When stuff go on like this, and people feel like, oh, it ain't my family. As long as my child tucked in, they kind of forget about that it take a village for these children. They kind of forget about that because my love for children it runs deep, and the disabled and elders, I don't play about them. It runs deep. Hello, Ella Love. It had to be normal, Miss Lady. Yes, it had to be normal. And then from all that research we did, we already then found out like that's why Kiwana sister was on Mark D channel that time, and I need to rewatch that. But she wasn't really detailed. I think her name's Sierra. She was detailed, but she was kind of taking so long to get to the point. But she was a victim of Shannon. From when she was like 6 through 12, and that makes me think. That hurts my heart because it makes me think like, what did Shannon do to the other kids? And why did like Vari want to run away? Because trust me, let me tell y'all, and y'all know this too. Because y'all kids probably healthy and strong as well. I'm pretty sure my subscribers and the people watching me, we take care of our families. Y'all already know when the house clean and you check the homework and you spread all that love on your children, probably picking them up from sports or at they practice or whatever, whatnot. You go home and they take their baths and showers, everybody in the home safely, preparing for a good night's rest. The kids got their game and all the food they want. Like they fed really good and they eat really good food. You get what I'm saying? Those type of children really ain't gonna run away. And the only time if a child most likely run away during them time, they probably about like 16, 17, and we knew of them having a little boyfriend or girlfriend, they out past the curfew a little bit. I see situations like that, or they out there just trying to experience something real quick and the parents calling around and they find the child. But we don't have situations like we ain't trying to have those situations. But I'm just saying, a normal household, you gonna know where your kids at. Your kids gonna be your priority. You gonna be on their ass. Do you hear me? Cause your love for your child is what override it. Your love and care. Do not live, not being able to sleep, rest good without your child. I'm just kind of rambling now, but I'm telling the truth. I'm telling the truth. And I'm like, man, I don't understand. And I had to go. I had to go off. I'm like, man, you ain't finna get on my channel and try to tell me to take nothing down, especially when it's from the heart. Especially when it's from the heart. Yeah, you saw that interview. Yeah, they all knew she was pregnant. Yeah, they all knew, but it's kind of crazy that ain't nothing. It ain't like they announced it though, but they already knew. But it ain't like that. Annette now said it, on the stand, like, oh yeah, and the little Naziah was pregnant. My granddaughter was pregnant. They ain't say nothing. You know what they got on that stand and act like everything was kosher at that home. And then the nerve of that the son, what's his name, Valentino or something, when he got on Mark D talking about so my mama got a very normal home. None of us got, man, Valentino, chill. Hush. Probably was normal because they get hush money in that family. They big on somebody giving them money for sexual favors. So long as he was doing what he need to do and get him some money, he probably feel like I said, they got a different type of normal. So of course he gonna say it's normal because they on a different type of time of normal. Yeah, exactly. Lies, your mama's sick. Your mama's sick. They was making allegations at one point that she was possibly laying with Jarvis. You was a sick bastard. He got that look on his face. He don't look right. And then I know y'all probably see like the Kiwana and the Jernell interviews, and it just was so sad how they tried their best to get them kids. The best they could without stressing themselves out, stressing out their household. Because you got to think at that situation where you're hearing things and CPS involved and you overly concerned and you calling around and all that, that could get kind of overwhelming for your own household. That's normal, even though we all care. But you got to think about all the stress that bring in their home too. When they like, dang, we trying to say the kids, but we got this. And with Detroit CPS system so shady, they takes, and that word so good. Because she takes a few of the foster kids, off their hands sometimes. She was able to get foster kids. Like, how the heck she was able to do that? Yeah, he was playing the grandma. And then I heard, then I was watching like Tootie Uncensored the other night, and she did a recap of them speaking to Naziah's dad. He passed away. And so Naziah was kind of born. I think her mom possibly could have been like walking the streets or something like that, So he was married, and his wife didn't even know about Naziah till some child support papers came to the house. And they all like, why you couldn't take her in? And everything he brought up was his wife. But my wife, but I still, he called Annette mama. I still asked mama, how the baby was doing. He barely even knew how to say his daughter's name. He was calling her Keziah. So that baby didn't have a fair chance at all. And then we already heard like Vari interview when he told us about like Lady. They didn't get the chance to enjoy their mama. They was like mama was doing good at one point till she met somebody and it changed her life around. So man, it's just so sad. And like I said, the more we follow on this case, I'm definitely gonna always post about it and discuss it. And I don't want nobody uncomfortable. And I really advise people if they're gonna be uncomfortable, then you might have to just you find something that you like to watch. Find something that's comforting for you. Because around here we're gonna speak about Naziah and we're gonna keep her name alive. And that's for sure. And we have content creators like Tootie Uncensored, shouts out to her, that even had like a gathering in Detroit, contributing to little Naziah. And at first she tried to get Naziah family involved, but of course they like I thought, I was like, it's even good. It's good that they weren't even around. We don't want them around. I don't care if it's even the ones that was trying to save her at one point. Just kind of keep them away. They family real hot right now. I wouldn't even want to be around them. But it turned out very beautiful. People showed up for the love of Naziah. And like I mentioned before, Skilla Baby, even the rapper, when it first took place, he was willing to give a reward. So she is loved out here. And I hope one day she gets a tribute. Like once this trial starts and everything like that, and we get all, because see, at the hearing, like I always mention at the hearing, everybody just gonna say they testify to what they know. But when the case really start, we get more details. And I'm praying and hoping that they do a tribute and a mural. Is that what they call like in Detroit for Naziah? That'll be nice. Like even a street named after her, a mural, like for real. Yeah, I did see Toot video. Well, I don't think Shannon's locked up because I think they still could probably possibly charge her eventually. I mean, we got to see how this go because it seemed like we don't. I mean, you remember when they told like Kiwana and Janelle to stand down when they was about to start searching, and then Roxy kept searching, and Roxy was even checking people's houses, got people's houses raided and everything like that. You know, when the police said stand down, we got all the evidence we need. So we don't know yet until the trial start if they're gonna boom charge Shannon, honestly, because they might be looking into more stuff. They know some things. They got see the trust me. People might not have. I know they seem to shady now, like the police department, the sheriff's detectives, all that. But trust me, I think they got some stuff that we don't know. That's why they was like murdered, because they done seen something. Forensics and them seen something besides the stains that they showed on the clothing to us, to the public. But they got some other details of something else, and I'm hoping well, that's what we look forward to them sharing it with us, so we get that proper closure. But this took place last year, and we almost getting through 2025, so that's hurtful. That's a long time without answers. It is, and it even hurt me more that he was hurting his children. Hurt that the kids had to sit there and witness this. It's unbelievable, man. Yeah, they gotta have something. And I know they was just discussing about like the clothing on that Miss Parker show, like about all the clothing, because that wasn't making sense neither. That first it had me so confused when we found out about this. It was like with all the different clothing too. Because we knew, like, on the last picture she took, she had the black hoodie on. From the bus photos of her walking up from the bus stop, she had the Rugrats coat on, blue jeans, and it looked like white and blue shoes. And we already know that Shannon said during her testimony that she knew of the white and red and black Air Force Ones. Excuse me, that was out there. And I'll never forget what they said at like 7 Mile and Burke. So that sticks in my head a lot. And they did all of that to throw us off, like, and through the ID card. I want to go back and watch that testimony of the lady with the ID card, but only detail she really gave is that she kept walking past it and eventually picked it up, and I think it had like a smudge of blood on there, and they took it to She took it in the gas station. She held it like this, and she put it in the lid of a coffee, disposable coffee lid. My goodness. And all of that, like how the clothes are all scattered and how the ID scattered, it's giving like a jealous woman doing that. It's giving like a furious, evil woman. It's giving Shannon, allegedly. Yeah, that was to trick us with the clothes. Because mind you, she walked off the bus stop, and all we know is the timeline from there is when King said they went to AutoZone, and then when they came back from AutoZone, they seen Neziah walk in the driver's like that'll go my niece. But we already know that him and Neziah already had that pre-set up. And now I need to kind of watch Kings again because I need to see the timing. And like they said, why they haven't talked to the bus driver that day, that drove Neziah that day. Because Dean, I don't know if that was through Dean school busing, but whatever, they're gonna have a log on who drove that day on that route, so we can be like, oh, she went and sat in the back, or she was sitting back there, or yeah, like. And I hope with Detroit, I hope they really learn from this that they need to be up on game when somebody complaining about a child of what's going on in the house. I don't care how nice that house look inside and all that. Y'all need to be on it. Yeah, Shannon is sick too. They all, like I said, they all knew. And I will get into more details about it, but I was gonna come on here. I was so upset, Miss Lady. I was so upset when that comment like take that down and all that because I was as respectful as possible. I wish the best for those children. It ain't like I'm not doing that to hurt the children, but we have to get this out here. We have to because it's too many adults, and like we want to hear even from the male's perspective. It's too many adults that hear stuff like this and then they sweep it under the rug too, like, oh, it's just another child. No, no, no. We with this case we want to make noise. So, and we know other things took place with other children unfortunately losing their life to this similar situation. But we want the world to know that we will put the pressure on it. We will put the pressure on it so they can get the whole family. And that's what we trying to do now. We want grandma need to get some time. Shannon need to get some time. They just said even put Marquita in there. They got Dre locked up. People thinking like, what is they trying to plant something on Dre at the moment? Like, they vicious. When I say them some low down, and they talking about Shannon got a job. Who's letting Shannon work? Oh, they said Shannon can't get a place neither. Because when they see that name, they getting rejected. So they so hot over there. They so hot. So they might get some time. Shannon might get sought after with the they might get her. Cause if they ain't letting her get homes and stuff, and she that hot, that mean like they probably let her get a little freedom now. But she's definitely guilty. And she guilty because she knew what was going on. She guilty because she already knew he's messing with their own child. She knows that. What did I say? I didn't say nothing. I was saying I'm here making this live because the commenter was saying she wanted me to take down that last video. She felt like I am exposing the child for clout, the little girl that had to witness that. And I'm saying no, we're bringing awareness. We bringing awareness. It need to make you uncomfortable. I'm sure they're not gonna just pick my channel to know of that. I'm sure. But it needs to get heard. It needs to make people very uncomfortable so they can know who not to have in their homes or have their children around. You need to be careful when y'all letting y'all kids go stay the night over people's house. You don't know who uncles and crazy family members finna be there or aunties or whoever. This should be a lesson for all. And this should be a lesson to know that it's careless family members out there that won't report the kids. It's careless people out here in the world that's just attacking God's children. innocent children because they sick in the mind. We're going to bring awareness to it, and we want justice for these kids. Oh, look, I didn't put my stuff in the dark, y'all. Hold on just a minute. Yeah, that's all I have to say. The ZIYAH Harris will be discussed on this page. I know my page, when they said that, that wasn't cool because my page is not just based around that. It's based on different things, and I always say that it's in my bio. But when somebody touch my heart, I'm going to bring awareness. It touches a lot of our hearts. And I wanted to hear from the viewers, but I turned the comments off on the video because I had one viewer that just kind of ruined my mood for today. And I had to pray that off. And she wasn't down for the cause that we're down for. She wasn't down for the justice. Seemed like she more on their side. Because you got to understand, there's people out there that's going to be riding for them. So they're going to be like, they don't want nothing really said about it. But thank you guys for viewing. Until next time. Like I said, this just was a quick little one too. Until next time. Well, peace out, guys.